Look at this spot. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at this. So, I've got a bit of an idea for tonight. And I'm just going to go and check out a couple of locations because I'm thinking about doing something that may or may not be a good idea. But it's something I've wanted to do for a while. And just looking for a spot basically for a bit of south camping. So I'm just going to go for a bit of a look around. I'll show you, maybe if I find anything suitable, I'll show you. And then, I'll see how things work out. But in the meantime, let's have a look at this beautiful little park. I'm thinking about some stealth camping ideas, and I think this location could work. It's a busy enough area, but it's also inconspicuous. I see a lot of tradie vans around here. I think this could work. I think this is what I'm looking for. This is something I'm a little bit nervous about because this is definitely the kind of thing you can get in trouble for. So I've got to figure out the best way to do this. I'm talking to you about it now before I go in that direction. And I'm just thinking about the best way to do this. I'm also going to attempt in this scenario to also cook pizza using my oven that I have. So the camp oven that I have. So there's a lot of things going on here. This is going to be pretty crazy if I can cook a pizza literally in a very busy area, very close to the train station in a pretty major part of the city. So anyway, I'll show you very shortly the area that I'm talking about. Later on I'll probably go and grab a coffee across the road from where I'm going to be camping as well. And just I'll show you my experience and let's just see how this goes. So, wish me luck. Hope you stick around and enjoy the experience too. So if you look at my van from the outside, you really can't see any major evidence that this is something that somebody might be sleeping in. There's a bit of crap on the front, which I need to sort out eventually. There is a cable that's there, but the solar panels are not so obvious. This is definitely more of a tradesman van rather than anything. And these windows I've had tinted, which are perfect for the situation. Can't see in that at all. It just looks like a normal van. It just looks like everyday van, tradesman van that is just ready for going out and doing a load of work. So yeah, let's give this a go. All right. 2-hour parking, 8:30 to 6. Well, it's 5 o'clock right now, 5 p.m., which technically means that if I parked here now, there would be no issues until the morning. But I mean, 8:30, I'd have to leave here by 10:30. So you can see the area here. This is pretty much the parking that people use for the train station. It's about a minute walk to the train station from here. So it is quite close. As you can see, it is getting dark. It is winter. It's very windy today. Horribly windy. But I'm thinking this could be the spot, somewhere along here. So I'll go and get my van. There's another van over there that's exactly the same as mine, and looks like a tradie van. You wouldn't ever think that somebody could be sleeping in that. It's just, when you think about it, it's just perfect. So that's the other van. Well, I ended up parking just next to it, pretty much. So there's a few things that I do when I'm trying to think about stealth camping. One is, I like being kind of on the end, if I can, of the door facing towards other cars. So the side door being up against other cars. I like the protection of the tree especially if I'm sleeping here. If somebody has an accident, it's more likely that they're going to hit this tree before they hit me, especially unless they come from the other side, but still I'm at the back. So I've parked in back first rather than forward first because my bed's at the back of the van. So if you think about it, it makes a bit more sense. And I park back as far as I can. And as I mentioned, there's a car next to me. There's all the cars will be next to me. So if you wake up in the morning, my door is not going to be exposed immediately to all the people coming out. All right, so for some reason, there's a weird light flashing here. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But, you know, I mentioned before about the tinted windows, and I've also got curtains there as well. So I don't think there's going to be too many issues with any of that kind of stuff. There are a lot of cameras on the other side, I just realized, but that's for the parking. So I'm not sure if that's going to cause me any issues. I don't think so. But anyway, one other thing I like to do is I like to keep my door not on the end. So as I get out of my car, people are going to see me straight away, especially first thing in the morning. I don't have the ability to go from the back of my van to the front. I wasn't able to design it that way. Just not enough space. But I do have all of these vehicles next to me, including the van that I was just looking at before. So, you know, if any of these stay here tonight, well, I'm very well protected. But most likely, because these parks are pretty busy for the train station the next day, I would say there's a really high chance that when I wake up in the morning, all these spots will be full. So I think it's going to be okay. All right, so I'm going to hop into my van. I'm just waiting for this car to go past. Just going to check now how we look. Looking good. There's no one that can see me. All right. And in the van, no lights just yet. Grab my shoes. I'm not leaving those out there, obviously. Doors shut. Lights on. That's how you got to do it. You do not want to be turning your light on because that's just a beacon. Everybody's going to see that, obviously. That makes sense, right? Hop in your van with the light off. Get that door shut as soon as you can. So I'm just wondering about one thing though, like how I'm going to cook with the gas, because I really should be keeping the door open with that. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, how I'm going to deal with this. So I'm not sure yet. It's something that I'll have to figure out tonight, especially in this situation. I don't know, but we'll come across that one soon. I'm going to go to the cafe soon. I'm also going to go to the supermarket. I need to pick up a few more things for this pizza that I'm going to make. So yeah, maybe I'll show you around the supermarket a little bit too. All right. So I'm in the van. I've got to keep my voice down. A little bit scary. I can hear people walking past the van. I don't think anyone has any idea that I'm in here. It's just crazy. I'm a little bit nervous because I do have all the lights on at the moment, and I'm just a little bit nervous that I don't know if they can see these outside or not. I need to go out and check. I'm going to do that a little bit later. The van's a bit of a mess. Going to give that a bit of a clean up. You know, I've shown you this fridge before in the past, but man, this fridge is just a game changer. The stuff I can keep in here, I've got everything I need, food-wise. Some of the ingredients I'm using in the pizza, I've actually had frozen because I was able to buy them in bulk, and that's a game changer because honestly, I can just pull out what I need for the pizza, and I can save a lot because I can buy, you know, large amounts of things and then just defrost it. I don't have a microwave, obviously, so you've got to sort of plan ahead as much as you can. Most of the ingredients I have already with me. I already have on hand. Some of it I'll need to buy tonight, so I'll take you with me on that. Now, I have the TV is on. Here's some of the ingredients I was talking about before. I do have the PlayStation, and my battery is pretty much full. So I'm going to tell you right now that I'm definitely not going to be bored tonight. It does get down to 8 degrees tonight though, so that's one thing I'm a little bit nervous about. Right now it seems okay. I don't know, but it seems fine, but it has been pretty cold the last week especially. So I'll need to probably rug up before I go. But this stays pretty warm in here generally. It's actually not too bad. It's just, I'm worried about the summer. I'm worried about summer because of the heat. Because, you know, it's fine in winter, but I'm just not sure about summer. Now, one thing I just realized is that I didn't change my water bottle, and this one's down to here. and I just realized that I'm going to have to swap this out. That's a bit of a problem because the other water bottle is in the back of the van. For me to get to that, I don't know, that's going to be a little bit obvious. I have to do that. Maybe I have to wait a little bit until the traffic sort of comes down. Later at night, I'm sort of guessing 11, 12 at night, that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure the traffic will be less. I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot quieter. I can probably do some of the stuff without anybody noticing. So stick around and we'll see how we go. Alright, time to go. Let's go. I had heard some commotion outside. I'm thinking maybe some cars left. So when we go out, I just want to see, how exposed my door is when I leave. So I'm going to start turning some lights off. I've been watching something on the TV. So let's turn that off. And I have a bit of a routine that I check. I check the water is locked. I check the gas is off. There's 5 things that I check. Especially if I'm driving, I'll check that things can't fall down. I check that all my doors are shut properly. And I also make sure that the fridge is locked as well. In this situation, I'm not driving, so only a couple of these things matter. So, let's go. Alright, lights off. How we're looking. Alright, not too bad. Shoes. Oh, that is cold outside. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is noticeably cold. I mean, a lot of the cars are still here. The van's gone that was there before. And as you can see, there's Bazza. He's doing alright. Good old Bazza. Alright, let's go to the cafe. Alright, Oliver Brown Cafe.